How that plays
Cash
out.
was picked by...
Cash was chosen by WinOut. So they think they have something up their sleeve, but that's the thing. They've both dropped maps in Cash to teams that, at least on paper, don't look like they should be able to take those maps. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. It should be interesting to watch.
All right, so this round, WinOut here, they've already lost one, but they are aggressing Cat and Long simultaneously. If they can get this push going from two fronts, I guess it's not going to happen. Elsa Mama, or Else, is going to take everybody down on Cat, and the push is going to falter from WinOut. So another round for SKDC. They take the first three, and now we are on to the gun round. WinOut, they did go for a force buy in one of these rounds, and now, okay, Mike Disciple is going to bust out an op anyways, but that's going to be a very light buy from him. So heavy lack of nades here on WinOut, and that's a very dangerous thing when you force up.
Certainly is, as round 4 coming in. Disciple with an AWP in hand. He's going to get a quick pick onto Virtus through the mid double doors. Massive pickup for them, and actually it was a situation where he was actually holding onto the bomb, so he's dropped it in suicide here. Not that it makes a huge difference, especially where it landed, but that actually can be a little bit dangerous there, especially if that was spotted by Disciple. It wasn't, and Virtus does go down early on. Now, SKDC tasked with how to get back into this round, where to find an advantage. They've got two just holding outside a long, and two actually were in in lower dark here. Now Stewie 2K heading up, one of the newer additions to the SKDC lineup, heading up catwalk here. They will spot this smoke out, but it's not, it's going to prevent them. Actually, it dissipates right as I'm talking about it, but it wasn't really preventing a heck of a lot. They can kind of peek wide around it. That being said, you kind of do leave yourself a little bit vulnerable to any of those players on a platform, but it does look like the A-take is underway here. Smoke's raining in. We'll see if Jacobson can hold.
Look at all these smokes. They've pretty much made a wall in the site, and they're going to try to plant for Cat. It's very vulnerable for them to try to spam through the smoke, and they do actually. Disciple tries to fake the plant, but they still get it down anyways. But he goes down, so they get the plant, but they sacrifice two of their players as a result. This little smoke wall strategy, it's not bad, but the problem is that when it comes down to the end, you're only left with Cat to hold. They're doing a decent job, though. Relics gets two with that AWP, but now he's getting pushed. They actually put a Molotov down on the bomb. Relics gets another one. Oh, no. I got a little too excited. He didn't get another one, but he's still looking for it, but he's going to fall off on catwalk. Yeah, that strategy, there's holes in it. It's there's another map where you can do that. It's like on Inferno, the car plant, or the truck plant, excuse me, when you smoke off pit, the site, the truck, you smoke off everything, and then only plant for the one spot. But the problem is you're only left with holding one position, and it's really easy to rotate when you only have to worry about one spot.
Yeah, and that's actually the strategy of the wall of smokes. The first time I actually saw it was LDLC utilizing that, and it plants for catwalk. It was right when they had changed and actually made you able to plant on the catwalk side of those A boxes, and there's definitely benefits to it, but like you were suggesting, there's also some weaknesses. So, does it work out for SKDC? Yeah. They get the bomb plant, and they're able to survive with an op. That's not too bad, but they are going to come into this round searching for a little bit more, and actually, thinking back, not too bad considering they were down a man going into that push, so I don't know. Not too shabby, but we'll see how this plays out. They're getting the bomb planted, but it is a 4v3, so they do have a little bit of long control here at Else playing at blue bin, but no, he's going to get dropped by Jay Stone as he comes through.
Huge.
Those double doors, AGM onto Virtus as well. Relics now tasked once again in a 1v3. He's got a better angle this time, but will lose his head to AGM. So nice retake as SKDC. They get another plant on A, but not able to hold.
Yeah, these bomb plants, keeping them in the economical game, so they are going to be able to squeak out at least one more buy. Only one member wouldn't be able to buy on his own without sacrificing a bunch, so I'm going to give him a drop, and now one of the last gun rounds, SKDC is going to be able to fully stock up here. WinOut could take the early advantage. They could just chain a couple more rounds together. Let's see what their setup's going to be. They've been favoring just a simple 3-2. Nobody really watching middle after a little bit. Mike did get a pick earlier, Disciple. Sorry, I'll try to stop calling him by his name. Former teammate of mine, just habit. But yeah, they've been favoring the 3-2. You can see it here. After a little bit at mid, the Disciple will fall back into B. But they have cheated Steno over in the CT spawn here. Terrace side really yet to open up. Looking to go for another A split. They've had success before, and why not do it again? Are they going to do it the same, though? Last time they had 3 up Cat and a couple coming up the long. Now, grouping a majority of their players at Cat. I'm wondering if they're going to fake Cat and fall back to mid here. Very potent strategy here on Dust 2. They do still have one outside of Long, and this Long battle is so important. Whoever can win this Long battle between these two players is going to open up the round for their team. If the CT wins it, that's Long entirely secured by them. But if the T wins it, that opens up the A bomb site in a massive way. So let's see what SKDC can do here. They still have the opportunity to fall back to Cat depending on how this early frag goes, or this early trade. So now it comes the decision time. Is this Long player even going to peek out? Okay, they are executing onto the A bomb site with 100% certainty because the bomb is leading the charge. They trade. The ops shoot each other. Ocean still about to come out of Long. This battle is so important. Ocean's going to fall back. The site's still being taken. They're still trading in the site. But WinOut, Steno cannot manage to hold. And now this is looking pretty good for the T's.
Oh god, they didn't give the call though that Ocean could have been Long, and he waits up mid at the barrel and decimates 2 players, leaving AGM as the last player alive, and he goes down. AGM needed to make a call that he was in contact with someone out Long and that he could be anywhere mid, and that was exactly the lack of communication that led to SKDC able to clean up those players and eventually the round. So that, yeah, that was unfortunate for the CTs.
Man, that was a huge misplay. That changed the entire round, and all it needed was one call. Call for your teammates, guys.
Exactly. Learning it at home, Virtus opens up onto Jay Stone as they are going to be on an eco round here, actually sending 3 aggressive CTs towards Long A. Jacobson leading that charge. He's got 2 pistols behind him, Steno and AGM. But Ocean, he is going to be wise to this push, waiting outside of Long A. We'll see how long, what the queue for WinOut is to kind of push out. They only have Disciple in B site, so that's the only information that they have other than what they can hear in Long A house. So we'll see how they react. If they hear some players on Cat, they might opt to push out here. But again, you can see Ocean ready and waiting. I imagine he's going to be here for, honestly, quite a while. Until you actually execute onto a bomb site, you want to be leaving a player here, at least in this situation, to make sure. And there's going to be Steno coming out, and he's going to gather some information. Jacobson trying to get a trade in, but won't be able to get that done. AGM finally. They throw 3 players at it. The 3rd guy gets it. He's able to get a gun, but else will put him away. So all that work only gets them 1 fragment. Better than nothing. Disciple left in a 1v4.
It was kind of interesting how they decided to play that long push, because they had 3 just waiting. They decided to use 1 as a scout and send him out and try to get some information. But what they really should have done, in hindsight, of course, 2020, they should have just rushed him and overwhelmed him. That gave Ocean a chance to get another guy. Teammate rotated in, took him down, the guy that got the gun, and yeah, fell apart.
From there, it fell apart. Now 5-2, SKDC looking pretty good right now. WinOut does have another opportunity here. They don't have an op though. On there, but they do have an opportunity with rifles in their hand. They might be able to make something work.
We're calling our puns now.
Yeah, apparently. In case it wasn't clearly obvious what I was going for, it makes it even more brutal. So that's what I'm looking for.
The oldest pun in the game, the old opportunity. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
One of my #1 puns.
Right. You use it, and you're not even trying to. But let's hop into this round. SKDC once again trying to bully their way up the catwalk. It seems like we've only seen 2 strategies from SKDC here, but here we go, coming up the catwalk. Oh, the trades all favoring SKDC. Finds the frags at both middle as well as catwalk. SKDC looking real dominant. So now just Jay Stone left, one of the newer additions, or the new addition to WinOut. So both teams rocking a new addition, Jay Stone as well as Stewie 2K.
Exactly, yeah. Planks going down. Apparently he's done, so Jay Stone. New addition here, and I was trying to figure out how long he's been playing. I know he's played at least a match and some scrims as well, so we'll see how well he kind of jives with the team.
He's been playing since the Stone Age, I assume.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Not intentional.
I like it. Like Laser was suggesting, 1.6 big player, I've been told. Again, I have a bit of a lack of history in 1.6, unfortunately, but this is what I've been told, so we'll see if he can come out with some big numbers here. Unfortunately for him, he gets 2 frags in the round, but that creates his 3 frag total that he's sitting at, so only 1 frag other than those exits, and Ocean drops an incinerator or Molotov there, and then jumps inside of it just to kill him. So through the fire and the flames, he will take him down, and 6-2 now. SKDC looking pretty darn good considering WinOut on another eco round here.
Yeah, probably going to go up 7-2. And at this rate, I'm already looking towards map 2. on cash. And considering these two teams have only lost on cash in our tournament, does WinOut think they have some sort of an edge on that map, or think it's some sort of weakness? Because SKDC, of course, it's the only map that they've dropped. So, questionable decision. We'll see if it works out for them. Of course, this map is not over by any means. Ooh, Disciple over towards the B-bomb site. They're doing a little two-wave push here. Trying to push into the B tunnels as well as the long A doors. And now WinOut falls back. Two other players at long, and then they're going to try to come up catwalk. This may catch SKDC off guard, considering they know WinOut is just pushing the long area. So if WinOut can find the timing here, because SKDC wants to regroup and go B. WinOut can just peek above. They might see him. Okay, they have found contact. Virtus, drops AGM. And the second one from Virtus onto Steno. And now they're just going to execute into the B-bomb site. WinOut had a chance for a moment. Disciple refuses to go down in this B site. Takes out two. And Disciple's having a big game along with AGM for WinOut. But in the end, SKDC take one more, 7-2. And for WinOut, I'm not sure what they need to do. The 3-2 setup, it's worked some rounds it hasn't. I don't know.
I haven't found that magic solution to the puzzle on the T side of SKDC. We'll see if they're able to find something here. Jacobson with an op in hand. And he looks like he's getting a fast cap boost. So we'll see if they can get a pick early on, as it's a bit of a new look for them here. I believe this is the first time they're kind of going for this kind of strategy and actually smoking it. And is this a one-way that we're going to see here? Oh, I think he messed it up. He was jumping to the side like it was going to be a one-way into lower dark, but actually Disciple gets both of them before Jacobson can do anything. But on the trade-out, it is going to be Ocean and Else able to get AGM and Steno. So it's 2v3, as I focused all of my observing on Jacobson when none of the action, actually, he's just playing around in a smoke. But Ocean coming up with Else. It's going to be a 2v3, as they actually only have one player near this bomb site. Jacobson is looking towards mid. He will now be watching the cross, so at some point they will have another player helping out. He will be coming through CT spawns.
Oh, the flag.
Oh, wow. Disciple just going to come right through the smoke and ends the party. SKDC tried to make it up there, but yeah, that's why you got to watch ramp, as even though it's smoked off, it's such a common, especially in like matchmaking or something like that, just run through the smoke and try and get him on ramp. But usually there's a player watching. Not in the case that time, no.
Yeah, I didn't have the numbers to do so. Disciple. We want to go back in that time machine. Disciple's a former CGS player, so that's these guys have been around for a long time. Jacobson, J Stone, Steno. I think everybody but AGM. An excellent source player, or 1.6 player. I could be wrong, of course, but Jacobson, I mean, playing for the Green Berets and everything. Oh, there's so much history on this team. And SKDC, for the most part, source players, so interesting little tidbits of information that all my years of slaving away at this game have given me. But let's see here. What's going on for WinOut? They have got the opening frag, and now they've altered their setup just a bit. Or maybe this is just their late setup that we haven't really seen yet. SKDC has been pushing them pretty early in the rounds. So now that they're down a player, how do they reroute for WinOut? They're constantly shifting their defense. They've had 2 at long, they've had 1 at middle, now they've fallen back to 3 at long. So these mid-round movements, see if it works out for them. Now they've fallen pretty much only passive in the bomb sites. They do have some people spotting middle, and it is going to be a bin to B while they're throwing a catwalk fake. This is actually excellent from SKDC. They're keeping Else at catwalk, forcing the players not to watch CT spawn, and now here comes the mid takes. 2v2K opens up onto J-Stone, leaving only Disciple, and they do have a mid to B smoke. Deep Disciple needs to come up massive right now. Catches Stewie with a nade out. Oh, Relics with a trade, and now this is going to give SKDC the B bomb. The numbers are even. Oh, Relics misses a crucial op shot. And now down to a 2 versus 3. WinOut on the retake. Is this? The CT's not even waiting for his teammate. Steno's going to go down. 2 seconds left on the clock. They can't get the bomb down. And WinOut manages to claim another one.
Oh, and are they going to die as well? Else with 12 HP. Okay, he won't. But Ocean went down there. Luckily, he's got a little bit of bank, as after the time, you do not want to lose your life. And I wonder if that came down to they were just way too worried of them poking into the site, I guess. But yeah, they just didn't get the bomb down in time, even though Ocean's standing on site.
There's no excuse at that point, though. It's like when you have a teammate that when he's defusing the bomb, he hops off it and goes for the kill. Like,
right, exactly.
There's no chance at that point.
Yeah, Ocean probably should have went for that, but the call came out, and he's the caller, so out of everybody, yeah, I don't know what happened, but nonetheless, some trades out long already. GM still alive on the platform, but Stewie2K will disperse of him. Relics with the Tech 9 comes in and creates a 4v1, so that happened very quickly. They took out long, and also catwalk control. Jay Stone coming around the corner. He will be able to get the better of Else, as Else just trying to get a bit aggressive, but clearly doesn't work out for him, as fully smoked off at this point. Jay Stone is going to drop that rifle, and I imagine he's just going to be looking for a save. Can't really blame him, as flashing through that smoke, especially when they already know you're there, there's no element of surprise, and you're probably just going to have your head torn off. So he's just going to save this weapon. He's got a kit, full armor, 2 flashes. He's got plenty of money to save. And to be honest with you, they do not have a good economic situation, as they only have 3 rounds worth of lost bonus, and yeah, no money on the field on that CT side.
Yep, went out on that plebeian poverty right now. But SKDC, 8 rounds on the terrorist side. And I'm not trying to highlight the bad things of the players, but Jay Stone, he was trying to rotate. I'll give him that, but that box was just too high for him. He spent 3 jumps at middle attempting it before he finally got on top of the box. And by that time, all of his teammates were dead. It's that one box, the bane of Jay Stone's existence here so far. And here we goes WinOut with an aggression again. The surprise aggression did win him around 4, but it's so staggered. They're not even going together. WinOut only sends 2 people middle, and they both go down. And they sent the gun, their only gun, middle as well. So the fact that they didn't try to initiate all over, like pushing up catwalk, maybe fast boost, send somebody trying to come up mid, flashing from lower B or something, they sent the gun up there with one guy dry. So it's no surprise this round went how it went. Expected better idea from WinOut, but of course they got a bunch of frags. They would have been geniuses. But now SKDC is going to make their way into the B-bomb site after finding 3 early kills and hold the middle as well as CT spawn. Basically no way the CTs can rotate unless Virtus misses all these op shots at middle, and he's getting pushed on right now. Thanks for him, he has a Tech 9, and there's no way Jacobson's getting that kill. Just 1 remains, and he is dropped. So Virtus, after whiffing a series of op shots, is able to take down the last 2. SKDC 9-4, dominant half.
Yeah, looking solid on that T side. WinOut not able to find the magic equation that could solve the puzzle in SKDC. They just, yeah, haven't been able to make it work. Their wins, when they do get them, they've gotten both rounds, or rather all 4, kind of in groups of 2, and weren't able to get any more of that. Looks like a bit of a B take being thrown in for SKDC. Actually, no, Virtus just going to be inside of upper with an op and the bomb. Not a combination that you see too often inside of upper dark, but he is going to be holding that passively in or rather lower dark, though. We are going to have Stewie2K and Relics. They flash their way out and actually spamming through on that NOA stack. Disciple dropped down to 38 HP as they were trying to get a little sneaky about things, and kind of what WinOut needs at this point. Just try to work some new angles, try and work some new teamwork, and they're trying to boost on mid, hoping to get a pick as someone goes up Xbox, but Stewie2K gets rid of both of them, and now mid wide open.
That sucks for WinOut. They went for the NOA boost, and right when the smoke started dissipating, Stewie2K with the easiest 2K of his life. God, that wasn't intentional again, I promise. But WinOut here, looking to retake. Sight goes to SKDC. The rotate's a little too slow, and Relics is pushed in a very forward position at the CT spawn. He is traded by Jacobson. WinOut can do this 6-9. They might have a chance, but as it stands, WinOut is likely going to lose this, but a lot rides on this round. Jacobson, he has to watch out for the crossfires, got to make his way through the doors. He's peeking everything. He gets shot at. Oh, what? He takes down Ocean. That should have been through something, but I guess that wall's invisible. And now he's pushing the CT. Oh, man. Can't get it. And now Virtus is playing this so smart, just hiding in the tunnels. And with the shot, Jacobson gets it. Is he going to have time? I don't think so. It's going to be so close, it's not going to happen.
Oh, wow.
12 seconds remains. SKDC take another one. And Jacobson, had he had another second there, that's Counter-Strike. That's what it boils down to.
That is Counter-Strike at its finest. Certainly a game of seconds, milliseconds in some cases, but they're not able to get the defuse. SKDC now find themselves 10-4. And WinOut in this last round find themselves broke. So they are not going to have the equipment they were looking for. Jay Stone with a scout in hand. He's going to be jump scouting across mid, heading towards the B bomb site. But heading 3 out long on that CT side, so they're going to put a little bit of not aggression, but just kind of hold that real estate, at least for the meantime. Steno now rotating out. But SKDC, they've got to know they have the weapon advantage. They're probably just going to do a bit of a slow play, wait for some aggressive CTs, or just kind of work a pick. Honestly, Stewie 2K opened up that last round beautifully, simply by just waiting outside of mid, and hoping for some sort of frag to come in, and Ocean actually finds one player in Jacobson. EGM able to get another.
That.
Apparently, as he found a 1-dig through it, but he will go down to the P250 of AGM, now aggressively pushing out mid. Double doors is Steno, but Relics in lower dark actually goes down. But Virtus able to trade. It's going to leave J Stone in a 1v3.
Yeah, with the J Scout, I don't favor his odds here. Well, what's he going to do? There is no saving. That's one of the reasons I like these last rounds. No matter the odds, you got to go for it. There is no economical game to be played here. J Stone is going to go for it. Flashes himself out. The T's hiding. Oh, excellent spot from Stewie 2K. He's hiding right around the corner. And it's going to be a 4-11 halftime score in favor of SKDC. And WinOut early on looked like they might have had a chance here to battle back, as the score was like 2-3, 3-3. But then SKDC proves their superiority on the T side of Dust 2, and there it is, 11-4.
And there it is indeed, and I do want to point you guys in the direction of our new partners. We've got Vulcan, and they are basically like an esports kind of fantasy website, so you can go in there and basically join up into leagues with your friends and such, win some real money on basically leagues of Counter-Strike, basically getting down as granular as what players using what weapons are going to get fragged and such. So all you need to do for the affiliation for RGN, if you want to receive, and why wouldn't you, we will match, or Vulcan rather will match any money that you put up to $1,000 if you use our affiliate code. So just go RGN TV. RGN is capitalized, so it is case sensitive. Remember that little tidbit. But yeah, they'll match up to $1,000. But
by the way, Sprawl, your team's gonna get mollywopped by my vote.
You think so? You think so? Come at me, bro.
Oh yeah,
come at me. All right, we're gonna publicize this all over Twitter, guys. So make sure you guys follow me at Official Sprawl and Laser Jesus, as well as we're gonna have some ongoing battles on that website specifically. But to talk about another partner, we've got Zowie coming in and helping us out as well. Some incredible hardware, mice specifically, but some other stuff as well. They've got bungees, they've got mouse pads. Honestly, I've been using my FK1 for a long time, doing some fantastic stuff. So they have a bundle that we're giving away on our grand finals. All you need to be doing is subscribing. That's all you need to do.
And this is all the FK1. That's what it does to a very mediocre player in the likes of Chad here. So imagine what can it do for you.
Exactly. Makes me play with a god, like a god, but definitely check out their gear. Follow them on Twitter at ZowieGear. But looks like our pistol round is now live, and SKDC now on the CT side. Disciple and Jacobson just putting some firepower through mid, but won't find. Actually, Ocean and Stewie 2K felt their wrath a little bit there, but not a ton, not kind of a difference-making differential there. As now heading towards long.
As Duke Nukem would say, just a flesh wound.
Exactly.
It really doesn't matter too much. I mean, I suppose the Glock can goosh somebody. Goosh meaning like if you're new to Counter-Strike, gooshing is shooting somebody in the face when they don't have head armor and they don't die. You see a explosion of blood. It was very, very big in 1.6, but WinOut here. Do or die. They need this pistol round. Otherwise, the score is just not going to be feasible for them to come back.
Oh, Relics! Look at the spot.
So far away.
I love the spot
behind the car. Yeah, that car is burning.
Exactly, and it's so difficult. Try toggling your X-ray there. It's almost impossible to spot him out. I think they finally now they will. So he's way out in the open, but almost impossible to see. I'm trying to think. I think it was TSM that I saw do that first, but nonetheless, here comes the A push as they're splitting up long and Cat. Trade's going both ways, but only Ocean and Stewie 2K left to retake bomb site A.
That's so ridiculous. Oh, the nade from A.
Wow.
Takes down AGM. Ocean gives him a chance, and Ocean hanging on to life with 1 HP. His teammate Stewie is in the same spot. This retake, very unorthodox. You usually want to have somebody Cat or Long, but they're trying to both come up CT spawn, and they are in an unfavorable position. Disciple gets both of them, and that's why. If you have somebody on catwalk, you cannot have anybody or both people coming from CT spawn. The angles everywhere favor the T's in that situation, because you have to have another to attack from. Otherwise, all the focus can be just looked upon into CT spawn, and that's what happens. You got to rotate better if you're SKDC there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't work out for them. Unfortunately for the way this game's going, WinOut now with
triple scout.
Yeah, we've got a triple scout on the CT side. I just realized that as he said it. So Else, Relics, and Virtus all with scouts in hand. Virtus finds the first frag onto Steno. And we'll see how this plays out. Now a player down. They have to be a little bit worried. We can see Ocean, the only one opting not to get any armor. As it looks like he dropped that for one of his teammates. That makes so much more sense. So dropping that scout, only getting a 5-7 himself. Selfless play, I like it, as heading up towards mid-double doors here. It's going to be Jay Stone getting dropped down to 11 HP and just doing so much damage right now. Virtus going to head back into that B-bomb site. That nade takes Jacobson down very low as well. So they're slowly just bringing these players down. Else, they're just peeking these wide open angles like you were suggesting. Not the best angles, as now Ocean coming out from top mid finds one, and he's going to be doing a bit of a dance. Takes down Disciple. AGM, the last player on the field.
He's got a tall.
Oh, God.
Oh, Stewie 2K.
Oh, God.
That is not a way to begin your comeback and your win out. The 1D from hell right there. The clothesline. Taking down the last member of WinOut. And, man, the positioning there, it's an interesting point in the meta we're at. Because, I mean, you're going to see scouts a lot on the CT side if they lose the pistol round. And if you're WinOut there, okay, you go down a player early. Just consider that what you had to spend to get the information that they all have scouts, because there's scouts on every side of the map. Hold that thought for a minute though. WinOut trying to snatch momentum right back, but they're halted by a Molotov. Their rush is cut in half. And this is going disastrous for WinOut. The bomb is down. They're all spread out. SKDC all over them right now. And WinOut unable to get a single frag. And they bought armor as well as Tech 9s. Brutal as it gets there on the T side. And before I finish, I just want to finish my thought. If you go down a player against all those scouts, I really think you just need to regroup and hit a site together with your smokes and everything, because you're going to have them. And really, a coordinated take can stop the scouts if you smoke off a couple of the right positions and really overwhelm them. So I thought WinOut played that terribly.
I agree, and moving out mid like that, you're just giving them two long-distance angles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
B, you can have a CT up close, one in CT spawn. The mid to B is not the correct decision there, even if you have a smoke.
It's terrifying, but nonetheless, they're going to be heading out mid here once again without any smokes, and one time didn't hurt. This is going to hurt a little bit more as they all get dropped. Steno left in a 1v5. He's like, guys, how'd it go out there? Not very well. All right, good. Glad to hear it as now.
All right, I guess he can communicate with the afterlife, because they got bodied.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. A flawless round comes in for SKDC, looking very dominant here as they stomp another round.
That's
back-to-back flawless. That is definitely what you're looking for. And, well, the thing is, SKDC, they don't really even need that economy. That being said, obviously, we're talking like they're just going to continue to win these two rounds and win out, and we'll see if that works, but...
If your friend does that to you in Mortal Kombat, like double perfect, you double flawless, you're not friends anymore.
Exactly, you're done. You find a friend at a similar skill level that you can beat.
Right, we're new besties, but, so, yeah, on their way out, WinOut here, scrounging together what buy they can. AKs across the board, only a handful of nades. So what is the plan here? They do have two smokes, very key in taking either bomb site, of course. The other team has to shoot the other team to win. Very obvious commentary by me right now. But WinOut is going for... They're smoking CT spawn, and they're faking that they're trying to take up, or they're just applying fake pressure right now. They do have two numbers at mid, but the bomb is way down outside of long. So their intentions is not to go to B at all, just to draw a little bit of an over-rotate, and then they're going to hit the A bomb site. For SKDC, they're only holding long, so WinOut is going to be able to come up catwalk here, but it's going to come down to this long player with the AWP. He misses. This is great for WinOut. They can take into the A bomb site right now. Oh, but Else comes up, takes up Jacobson, but Disciple gets two. He comes from middle. Kind of a late take there, and he's able to drop two of them. And now SKDC, they only have one member near the bomb site. He's going for the jump frags, and Steno is able to take his head off, and now just two remain. Relics and Virtus. Relics tries to come up the catwalk, drops to J-Stone. Just Virtus in a 1-on-2 now after he takes out Steno. Set up for WinOut now. They have one near the bomb site in that box spot, and they have one on Cat. He's going for the smoke. He's defusing through the smoke. There's no way they're going to allow him to do this.
Oh, wow.
Seconds remain. He gets taken down by AGM, but that was very close.
It was Virtus almost able to get that, but not quite. And being that AGM was that quad box, if he let that happen, that he may have been yelled at a little bit on on the WinOut side. As now WinOut up to 6 rounds, and they are able to take that one, but they take some decent losses, being that they only have 2 players left alive. So you can see their economy not exactly what they're wanting at this point, but obviously taking it round for round. They need to work on this comeback. And they need to keep their mentality strong. Stewie 2K and Else pushed up mid. Virtus coming out mid as well. Finds a pick in a lower dark. These players out top mid take down J-Stone. Jacobson on the bench as well. And this round just fell flat on its face. AGM now able to get 1 and Else. But all the picks working in the favor of the CT side. And let's see, Steno tries to play that close angle on Virtus, but he's not playing around. He's hitting those shots right now as Virtus.
Excellent mid-round by Virtus. He delayed some of his peaks at middle, which like WinOut kind of pushed out of position. And yeah, Virtus made great use of his positioning there and got the triple kill, brought his team into the tie round. And there's a very stark contrast in what WinOut and SKDC did with their middle aggressions there. Obviously had different weaponry, but WinOut or SKDC devoted a lot of players, and it was synchronized. Whereas WinOut just kind of went out mid, kind of Rambo, I'm going to kill everybody, but it didn't happen. So coordination, going to bring SKDC to this tie point, and now WinOut got to win 9 in a row to even tie it. And I think a lot of comebacks happen a lot more when there's only 14 rounds. Once that tie round is reached, it's real bleak. But this round, SKDC battling at middle. They want to end it here and now. They're taking fights against WinOut. And WinOut trying to take up the catwalk. 2 in the site or near the site for SKDC. 1 in long and 1 in the site. And WinOut's thinking of falling back towards middle. But this is not going to work out because SKDC just has too many members in all the right spots right now.
They're everywhere. They are everywhere. Else playing CT spawn. They only have Stewie 2K at B, but he's been proven forced to be reckoned with at that bomb site. So they are going to be moving over in that direction. But now grouping up in upper tunnels. It's certainly, at least from our perspective,
he's playing
the right
an
move.
off angle at the barrels. Look at this from Stewie. This is so crazy.
Oh god, he finds the head of AGM. Can he get Steno as well? Peeks out, almost drops him. Here comes the USP. He goes down. So this is their opportunity to take into the site, but they're fully widescreened. Else pushing into the bomb site, won't be able to get anything done. Relics on the flank though, takes down J-Stone, and Steno with 2 HP. Actually got 1 frag for his effort, but with 5 seconds left on the clock, almost impossible to clutch the round. 16-6, SKDC. They are going to take the first map, and guys, we got a second map coming up in just a couple minutes. It's going to be Cash, and we'll see if WinOut is able to take that. Like we were suggesting, they might have something up their sleeve here. So stay tuned to find out.
Whoever wins this is going to take their first Cash map in our tournament.
Although it obviously decides a lot in this match, it's a bit of a moral victory as well, or just kind of, you want to hype up your team with that kind of win. But